You all know what this is, right? It's called a Wu Fang. And I'm not going to explain it because I've explained it at too many meetings. This is a Wu Fang. Google it. All right? Wu Fang.
How do you spell that?
Wu Fang. All right. Good evening, folks. Welcome to another meeting post field day. We'll do our normal introductions. A couple new faces here, and we'll start with Bob.
KX4 BOB, Bob.
And Harry. We'll go across with Doug.
Doug, N60ME.
All right, behind Doug.
I am JP,
And
NX4JP.
we'll go that way.
I'm Phil, KQ4TFJ. I'm Gus, Phil's bodyguard.
All right, let's go across the pond and hit up Joe.
Joe, WB4HIS.
And sitting next to him.
Josker, no call sign yet.
Yet. He's been saying that for a decade now. And
Mike, KR4BCD.
all right, behind Mike.
Steve, WB4FLA.
Yep.
Jose, no call sign. Not yet. Not yet. Coming up real soon. Stefan, KQ4ZE.
Jeff, TZ4AM.
Okay.
MMD.
And the young lady. Yay. Yeah, I heard her. She was on. She did the radio check when you were on your way in, Bill. Yeah. All right, and I'm Steve Taylor, club president, W1HQL, and we have
Charlie, N4CRE.
Pete, WB40B, treasurer. And you're listening to the wonderful sounds of Bill, KG2CS, secretary, VE, ARRL, VE, W5YI, assistant emergency coordinator for Monroe County and whatever else Steve's telling me to do.
All right, thanks, Bill. And with that, why don't we start with the formalities that we normally do and have the minutes, get a report on the minutes of our last meeting, if you would.
Alrighty. Well, we got started at 7:24 p.m. Apparently the meeting starts at 7. I'll make note of that. Anyway, Steve did the introduction. We all said like we did right now. Steve was also talking about hurricane season is here. And by the way, we do have a wealth of knowledge in this club that Steve was talking about. There was also to be discussed after the meeting, the replacement of the radio, the new flex we're going to be getting. And then, what? No, that's not in there. Anyway, field day is almost here. Field day was, I know he's going to give a report. By the way, he gave a list of things on here: grounding of tower, cable to tower, second wire perpendicular and lower offset center fed. There was a mention of a hex beam, a PRS antenna, beautification around the tower. A lot of that stuff got done. Steve's going to do that. Box at the base of the tower, and I think actually we had some pretty iffy grounding. That was taken care of. Susie had mentioned about Carl, W1ARL, had fallen 25 feet, but it's recovering nicely. Ryan, our VE liaison, renewed the license for the club. The hand club station is available, especially during weekdays. By the way, the front office staff here during the week are very welcoming. You just say you're from the radio club, you want to go back in there, there's no problem at all. The meeting was adjourned at 7:51 p.m. and I put a lot of information on local nets that you can be interested in. For those of you who are willing to admit you're over 65 Group O through my health insurance, most health insurance will give you $50 annually to join a social group and $20 a quarter to remain socially active. Get paid for ham radio. Gosh, I love our government.
What's it? What insurance plan?
what insurance? United.
You okay? United.
You don't have a little social thing to try to keep.
I don't know. I'm going to
everybody
check. I
active?
got Simply.
Yeah. Simply Healthcare. Check it out.
All right.
Because the company's called Grupo. But anyway, your tax dollars at work. It's working for me. And that's basically what we discussed at the last meeting. So there you go.
All right. Thank you. So, is there a motion on the floor to accept the minutes as read and second? All right. All that good stuff is done. So we move to our favorite part, the treasurer's report.
Now you can.
It's a short one because my computer's not working, but we have,
Uh-huh.
we had one renewal yesterday, one renewal during field day. We have another renewal today. This one is not counted yet, but it brings us to a total of, with counting this, $2,699.95
Thank you.
in the banks.
All right. And treasurer's report. Move to accept and second.
Yep.
Got. Do you have anything for us, Charlie?
No, sir.
Okay.
Not at
All
the
right.
moment.
Which brings it to me. Real quick, as you most know, field day was. Can we pause for a minute? Excuse me. Just to give you a quick recap, on the sign-in roster, we had 40 people sign in. Okay, so not a bad turnout. There may have been more that failed to sign up, but we had 40 folks. We did make here at the club 138 contacts, but that is not including some of the contacts that were being made out in the parking lot. All right, so contacts, the numbers weren't that much, big deal, but we did accomplish a lot. We all got together. We had the barbecue, had some great conversation, exchanged some good ideas, networked, and some of the things that we were able to accomplish on the tower. Bill had read in the minutes of the meeting what we were looking at. We got about half of that done, which isn't bad at all. Okay, we got a lot of help from a lot of people in the room, and what we did was we were able to continue the conduit run from the shack over the ceiling that goes down outside of the building, and we trenched right to the tower and was able to lay some conduit underground and bringing it up at the box that we installed. So we have we put in the rods and installed a box, a utility box that is not being used right now, but it will house the polyphasers. I got 4 polyphasers that we'll put in there for the VHF, UHF antennas, and I still have to pick up 2 arresters for HF because the polyphasers I have are not for HF. Okay, an interesting thing, just a comment. I was given a bunch of polyphasers from a job that I had quite some time ago because we're a moving office. And we took the whole radio system down, and the radio tech just gave me all the polyphasers. You know, they're $100 a piece, for crying out loud. So I took one apart because I want to see how it worked. Okay, it's pretty interesting. It's a fuse and a capacitor. That's all it is. Okay, so that was pretty neat. I just wanted to understand how one of those things worked and why they cost $100 a piece. And let's see, what else did we do? We ran the conduit. Okay, and then Pete put together a solar-powered mesh-tastic client node in a weatherproof box. We stuck that maybe a third of the way up the tower, okay, and to give it some additional range. So we got that accomplished. What else did we accomplish? I think
The trench, did you say that?
the trench and everything, that really took a lot of time. What killed us was I screwed up, all right, I thought we had 1.5-inch conduit running out there. So I was at Home Depot, I got the 1.5-inch conduit and show up here and I said, damn, because when you look at the conduit we had already run, it was 1.25 inches. So I had to go back, get that refunded, pick up the 1.25 inches, come back with it. So we lost a couple of hours there. But we got it done, got the job done. So I want to thank everyone in the room that spent some time out at the tower. It was hot, we were sweaty, we were dirty, and we had a good time. and we got a lot accomplished. So a round of applause for everyone in the room that helped out with that project.
And the beer was cold.
All right, so with that, we've made some progress in acquisitions, okay? One, K4LCD donated a 1306 linear amplifier that doesn't work, okay? So we're going to look at finding someone to repair that, get that repaired, and we'll have a nice solid state linear set up in the shack. And we just got donated from James IMK. He's not here tonight. He's donating a Station G2 Meshtastic node, okay, for the club. I've got one coming in also for the club. And then finally, Bob, K4BOB, he brought with him an old oscilloscope that works, and we're going to leave it here at the station. For anyone that is working a project that requires an oscilloscope, it would be just like signing out for the library, okay? And so we'll have that as an additional resource. Bob, thank you very much for that. Thank you.
Hey, Bob.
So moving forward, our plan. You know, I'm going to pause there to give myself a rest and talk to Pete. What are you doing in the shack now?
It wasn't me.
It wasn't you?
I didn't do it. It wasn't my fault. Right now I'm installing a Raspberry Pi, an ancient one. It should be in a museum. It's the first one that ever came out.
I've got one of those at home.
No, great, bring it over. So
That is
the
running my 9700.
The idea is we have a huge TV and we're not doing anything with TV. So I was thinking of just displaying some information up there. So for now, the idea is to display the APRS data that's coming through, the WinLink data that's coming through, maybe some other stuff. And we're also going to run ham clock off of it. Just see what we can do. If any of you have projects that you want to try, and you want to try in a remote location, this is our playground. You get to do all these things, right? If you want to put up an ADSB station, that'd be great, with a solar panel and the whole thing. If you want to own the project, this is your playground. You get to play around with it, right? And you get to share with everybody else and share your knowledge. So if you wanna go ahead and, what do you call that? Adopt or master or I forgot what it's called. Be the owner of a project. More than welcome. This is your club.
Sponsored by.
There you go, sponsor.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Well, sponsor's more like money.
That's good too.
That's good too.
Okay. So we're still planning on a tower climb. Not too sure when it's going to happen. I wanted to do it tomorrow, but I have to change my plans because we have a function going on over at Harris Field. Anyone here certified? CERT? No? Okay. Does anybody feel like they want to volunteer just to sit around for about 4 hours, and maybe at a first aid station or something? Only if you're available. I'll tell you what's going on. We're doing a food giveaway for homestead residents only. Farm Share will be there, and it's food that is primarily focused on hurricane preparation, okay? Stuff that you would keep in storage, canned goods, dry goods, things like that. And between the hours of, I want to say 10 to 1, all right, over at Harris Field, it'll be a drive-through event. So anybody that's a homestead resident, okay, you can drive through and get some food, okay, at no charge. And that's why I'm going to be tied up tomorrow, and there won't be any tower climb. So with that, regarding the tower, we still need to go up there and raise the APRS antenna, actually take it down, replace the APRS antenna because we don't think it's working right. and we may have to replace the coax between the tower and the shack. It's for the APRS, because when we check the SWR between the connector and the at the tower and the antenna, it's okay. All right, it's not, something that I'm doing backflips over. It could be better. But then as soon as you hook up the extension from that coax into the shack, and you come over here and put the analyzer on it, an SWR of 6 just does not cut it, okay? So we need to fix that system so we can get our APRS independent of on its own antenna. Right now it's using our primary antenna at the top of the tower, because that of course has a good SWR and it's working. But it limits us to our ability to talk on VHF and UHF. All right, so with that, that's the plan. We want to still put up another HF antenna perpendicular to that. Working on a plan for the hex beam. Pete and I were talking. I said I had a non-penetrating mount that I took from here. I can't find it. I had taken it apart and stacked it all together. I can't find the damn thing. I don't know if I gave it away, but we got to figure a way how we can put the hex beam up on the roof. All right, and which would be great. We got a spot. We know where we want to put it, and we know how to get the cable down here. And it would be, we got the rotor. We have everything ready to go. It's just that we need a proper system to mount it. So it'll be, once we have a beam, that'll even make it more fun, okay, making contacts and whatnot. Let's see, what else do we have planned for the tower? When we do the tower climb, we'll definitely do the mesh network thing, put that up higher. Now, who here is familiar with Meshtastic?
Nobody.
Okay, don't be afraid to raise your hand if you are familiar with it. I just want to get an idea. All right, I'm not going to, I don't think I'm qualified enough to teach you what Meshtastic actually is. I'm still learning, okay, and I'm trying to get involved with it a little bit more. And the reason why I want to get involved with it is the fact that it can be an independent system of the internet where you can text back and forth. Keep it real simple, all right? We can text back and forth on a private channel, okay, that is exclusive to our group, okay? And we can attempt to make that network robust by having nodes set up in strategic points throughout the area in Homestead. My goal is a selfish one, is to have Homestead covered so that if we do lose the internet, we can have people texting back and forth and just and using their cell phone. All right, because you have a robust network that is being picked up with a cell phone and another node. And that you can keep in your pocket or keep in your car or whatever, and they're very low cost. You can build them yourself for literally pennies, okay? So I mentioned earlier that James has donated one, a Station G2, which is a very robust and powerful Meshtastic unit. I've picked one up. I've got another one that's solar powered that's coming. And there's on the internet, the meshtastic.org site, you can actually plot out on a map by putting in your transmitter receiver parameters and build like a heat map and show how far your signal extends out and where it would be effective, and it give you an idea where you might want to set up another node. So what I'm driving at is folks that want to learn about Meshtastic. It's a nice project that you can do at home, where you can buy just the board and batteries and put something together and get this thing working. And the more nodes that are out there, the more robust the system, okay? So we're going to put one at the top of the tower. I brought it with me at the last meeting. Just a small little, I don't even know if it's 100 milliwatt, little tiny thing, 100 milliwatt on 950 inches. Don't need a license. It's you know, you don't need a license. And I simply wire tied it to a mast, and I have it on the roof at City Hall. And it's hitting this tower here, that mesh tastic that's on the tower there. So, you know, where you got the height, and with that low power, they're communicating back and forth to each other. Okay. Now with that station G2, it doesn't. It'll put out 100 milliwatt, but I think you can peak it at 10 watts. Okay, 10 watts, 900. Just think of the area that it covered. I threw that information onto that heat map, and what a big difference. Okay, as far as distance, it gave the same circle as 100 milliwatt, but it's a heat map, and the colors changed, meaning there's less loss the further out you go. Of course, with 100 milliwatt, there was even more loss, but with the 10 watt, there was less. So you had a nice, strong overlap. All right. So that's as advanced as I've gotten with it. I am certainly far from being an expert in it, but I'm kind of excited at the fact that we can build our own network and have reliable comms, okay? In the event we have internet failure, repeaters are down, you know, we need to have secure exchange secure information and whatnot. This is the way to do it. Okay, so hopefully by next meeting I'll know more and talk to you more about it, and maybe have a demonstration to show you what we've got so far. Okay, but I encourage you, if you like to do little DIY projects, I encourage you, go ahead and try that. Okay, so that's what I've got so far. Any of you guys want to add anything?
Right off the top of my head.
No, the tower climb was going to incorporate the Mestastic and also the Arden.
And the Arden.
Yeah.
Who has heard of ARDEN before, Arden? I got 2, 3. Pete, why don't you share that information?
So it's a mesh, just like Mestastic is, but this is for high-speed internet, right? So we want to put up what's called a sector antenna up in the tower. Sector antenna, basically, it's a huge Wi-Fi antenna that covers 270 degrees, and put it up super high. It's not the newest one, it's a pretty old one. It's 2.4 gigahertz. Normally Wi-Fi now runs at 6 and 5 gigahertz, but we have it, so we're going to put it up. And what that allows you to do is you can create a mesh and send high-speed information back and forth. You can install phones, you can put cameras, you can share files back and forth. You can attach it to WinLink to send messages or use it. So let's say, for example, you don't have any email in your house, but you want to send emails over. You don't have a radio, but you do have Wi-Fi. You can connect it to this thing and send it to the station's WinLink station. So I've done very, very, very broad explanation. There's a lot that you can do with it. So it's basically a private, well, not private, it's for amateur radio operators, network for Wi-Fi. You would have to get a parabolic antenna and a special one that supports the Arden firmware, and you connect to it by pointing directly to our tower, and you can connect to it. And that allows you to connect other ones. And so if Site A connects to the club and then Site B connects to the club, then Site A can talk to Site B because they're going through the club's antenna. And if Site A can see Site B, then they can talk to each other. So it creates basically a bond. And if you have like one that's further away, let's say by Charlie's house in Cutler Ridge, if Charlie's house can reach either A or B, they can still talk to the repeater because they all form a mesh. They all interconnect together. And that's how that works, basically.
Thanks, Pete.
Yeah.
So, if anybody says they're bored with the amateur radio hobby, they don't know what they're talking about, because there's always something to do, okay? There are so many options and things that you can do with amateur radio. It's incredible. It's absolutely incredible. And now, before we adjourn the meeting before we reach out to you guys, if you want to bring up anything, I got to brag. I have to brag. I just sent the QSL card to China. Okay. Well, and I'm going to back off a little bit. It wasn't for a phone contact. I did it on FT8, okay? But it's still a contact in China. It's still a contact in China, all right? All the years that I've been in radio, you know, I was on FT8. Actually, I just had it on and was watching all the different stations there, and all of a sudden I saw that one started with B, and I'm saying, I've been hit one time before. I did that, and I went out, and the station was in Jamaica, and it started with a B. I don't know if he did a typo or whatever, but I was disappointed with that. That was a couple of years ago. But in any event, I saw the B, and I said, what the hell? And I had my radio barefoot, okay, and put it up to 50 watts. I usually keep it at around 20, 25 watt for FT8, and cranked it up to 50, and he got back to me. And when I checked the QRZ log, the QRZ, there he was. He was in just north of Beijing. A guy named Charles, and a Chinese last name, whatever it was. But I sent him a QSL card, and hopefully he sends me one back, and that'll be really cool. When I do get it, if I do get one, I'll bring it in, show it off, say, ha, I got a Chinese contact. Okay.
Steve, I got one brief thing.
Yes, sir.
Okay. You know, the new budget for the state of Florida has come out. No, we're not going there. But one of the things is anything like generators and hurricane supplies. They used to have these hurricane tax holidays, which kind of always used to like, okay, it could be any time. So anyway, that's now year long. There's not going to be sales tax on those items.
Okay, I didn't know that.
All year long, like generators. For the whole year, so that might be helpful if you're wondering, you know, if you see the need for buying a generator or something like that, you could probably save a pretty good amount of coins.
7%.
Is there a list somewhere of what's eligible?
I'm sure there is. I would just Google it, and I'm sure it'll come up.
Thanks, Bill. All right, so it's just turn it over to the group. Anybody want to bring up anything that's interesting to talk about, or?
What's the uplink in frequency for the space station?
Oh, for the ISS?
Yes.
Okay, the uplink is 145,800. 145,800. The PL, you got to put out a tone of 67 hertz. Okay. And then on the downlink, you don't, of course, you just keep it wide open, no tone. And that is 463. Oh my goodness, 463.
460, that's
Hell. Or 430. I got to look it up.
4 maybe or something? 36? Maybe 436.
It's on UHF. It's VHF up, UHF down. ISS downlink frequency is 145.8 up and, okay, come on. 437, 800. So 145, 800 up, 437, 800 down.
PL going up?
66.
Say, the PL is 67 on the uplink.
How about UHF?
Huh?
UHF?
No PL on the UHF. I'm sorry, if you're writing, it's the uplink is 145,990.
Yeah, the 800 is a Cineplex.
Yeah. 145,990 with the PL of 67 hertz is your uplink for VHF.
When they do the slow scan passes and stuff like that, that'll be on 800.
That's exactly. And I've been trying. The downlink is
437, 800.
437, 800, yeah. And I've tried a couple, within the past week and a half, there was a good pass. I didn't hear a damn thing, nothing at all. Sometimes they're setting up their radio for terrestrial contact with a school group or whatever, so they may not have it on crossband repeat for that reason. Okay.
Steve, you had a hand over there.
Yes.
So, as you may or may not know, we're married to twins. Our wife's brother, he is an electronics engineer. He fixes airplane radios.
He actually repairs them, doesn't just change.
Repairs.
Rebuild them. So
Like
if you have to
takes the diodes off, and I can have a look at it. If you can get a schematic,
Oh, you're talking about the linear.
yeah, if you
Oh.
have that amp and you say you can repair it,
that's what he does for a living.
we'll buy him a
Yeah?
case of beer and let him do his magic.
Yeah, it's most likely to find them.
You wanna take it with you?
If you
Yeah.
have to, we'll take it. He was over at my house last night, cleaning my beer.
Yeah, so if there's a schematic, he can fix it.
Really?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
all he does. That's,
He actually
you can't see for shit, but he wears these big old glasses. He can download the song.
You know, it's two large units. One is just the power supply. And so in order to,
They both need repair.
well, I think the power supply is fine. It's the actual,
Get fixed, we'll take him to, I'll drop it off at his house tomorrow.
okay.
need to ask questions on where to buy parts.
Good luck on that one.
No, the parts are coming.
The part you already ordered,
No, the amplifier modules, the
He
transistors.
fixes radios that get struck by lightning.
they're hard to
and
get.
airplane,
Really?
and this
Yeah.
guy's got-
Well, on this particular one, the history behind it, it was working perfectly, okay? And the gentleman that was operating it, you know, by accident, switched the band on the linear, on his radio, and the radio has memory. So let's say he was operating on 40 meters and putting in only 10 watts into the linear, and then he switched it over to 20 meters. The radio remembers, oh, the last time I was in 20 meters, 100 watts, here I go, bam, into the linear, and that's
so
it.
he shot 100 watts through it, basically fried it.
Okay, so whatever circuit that's in there, that's probably what got affected, so. Okay, yeah, definitely. When you're ready to go, we have a box. Do we have both boxes, Pete, or just one box?
We got both.
We got the original boxes. We'll put them in.
Even better.
Okay.
We'll see what he says, we'll ask him.
Okay.
That's what he does for a living. Like,
That'd be great. That'd be great. Send
That's been his whole career.
send me the bill.
today's his birthday.
Okay.
No, his day, today, yeah, today.
Hey, productive meeting. Very good. All right, Harry.
I just received some kind of text from somebody named Robert Tram. He wants to buy ham radio equipment, whether it's one piece or whole state. He'll be here in about 3 weeks. So if anybody's interested and have equipment that wants to get rid of, this guy can buy it or whatever.
Okay.
You can contact me if you want, and then I'll be in contact with him. But if you want the information, I have it.
All right. Thank you. What's his name?
His name is Robert Tram, and he's Rob Tram at sbcglobal.net.
Okay.
And his call sign is Kilo 4 Romeo Alpha Romeo.
All right. So he's going to be down in a few weeks?
3 weeks.
Well, that might be the perfect timing for another meeting. Yeah.
I told him that
So when is the next meeting?
August August 8th.
August 8th? Okay.
Early as it can be, so don't forget.
Yep.
August what?
August 8th
August 8th.
is the next meeting. All right, does anyone have anything else they'd like to add to the meeting?
Last call?
7 o'clock, right?
Yeah, 7 o'clock.
All right, last call for 50/50.
Last call, 50/50.
All right.
All right,
Vote for $1, $3
Uh,
for $2.
Yeah, gee.
who would like to volunteer to draw the ticket?
Let the young lady back
It's always the
Yeah.
youngest that have to do it,
Yep.
because they're the purest of heart.
The only, the only person that doesn't have gray hair.
Uh-oh, that disqualified. So it's a 50/50 round. What that is if you win, you split the money that was collected.
Yeah, while they're taking care of the administrative functions in the front, those that did attend field day, anybody have any suggestions on improving on field day for next year?
Yeah, I got one. Need to knock out the parking lights so we can transmit.
Okay, the parking light thing, I know where the circuit breakers are for that, okay?
Christ. Huh? Knock out the parking lights.
Yeah, I guess the LEDs were making a lot of noise.
I wasn't able to transmit until like.
Oh, you know,
when the
something
sun
happened to
come up
me
without being able to transmit.
when I was driving my pickup truck. My
There,
phone, the battery was getting really low,
You got it
and I have a
pressed
little
on the
wall
phone, you
wart,
can hear it hum.
okay, with the charging cable. I have an inverter that I installed in the truck, and I plugged. I'm telling a story. Wait. And I plugged the wall wart into the inverter, turn on the inverter, then I'm talking on the radio. And Kent was on, and he says, I can barely hear you. There's that loud 60-cycle hum. I said, I wonder. I reached behind me, pulled it out, and he said, oh, it went away. So the thing was making a lot of noise. One of those little round white, what's the name
It's
of
a
that
charger.
brand? ORR or something like that. But in any event, it made a lot of noise. So can you imagine if you're in your house, how many of those wall warts you got plugged in your house? Okay. So that may be a huge source of noise if you're experiencing that problem. Okay, you may draw,
Thank
sir.
All right, nice and loud. What's the number? What number you got?
869-467.
869-467. That's me. All right, JP won, brother.
All right.
Cool beans. What are the odds, my friend?
Gas money to make it home.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. All right, so is there a motion on the floor to adjourn this part of the meeting?
I make that motion.
Thank you, sir. And it's second. So meeting has been adjourned. Now it's just chat, have a good time, do whatever you want, and I need to talk to you.